Hello, everybody. It is Wednesday, May 29th, and really we'll hear about another massacre on Saturday. The Zionists choosing people getting out of control. Nobody can control them anymore. The West has been supporting them for almost 80 years. Why quit now? They are used to this. They're used to violation and killing and occupation and stealing and lying as justifying genocides and massacres from the Biden administration and our politician here. It is really consistent to what Western whites' ideology of extermination. Almost 50,000 Palestinian perished, killed, a whole city of 2 million destroyed, houses and hospitals and utilities and water supply and everything is using starvation as a way of war criminal. It is a war criminal. And the whole Palestinian movement, really, when you look at it, 7, 8 months, they did not just liberate or the Arabs from this uh, Zionist mentality, normalization. People start internalizing a Zionist ideology themselves in the Arab world, and they start talking about the Palestinians and blaming the Palestinians, and the Biden administration providing 2,000 bombs to the Israelis. They bomb a camp, they kill civilian, and then Biden come and shed some tears about the victims, and Israel not really crossed the genocide level and or the massacre level justifying. And you have this clown Haley asking to kill them all. He says Leslie Graham saying he sent the nuclear bomb. This is not an outliner. This is the thinking. This has been going on for years. The British committed suicide, genocide in India. Millions of people were killed in Ireland, in Africa. The American commit genocide with the native here in America. Millions of people were perished or killed. And they did the same thing with African American, transforming Africa to be enslaved like animals. And they got away with it. So Hitler has a template, has a model of a white supremacist ideology. He didn't come up with this on his own. It was part of this Western white racist colonial project. And the only way they supported Israel if they prove they are the reliable agent in the area to disturb and to make sure this area cannot put their act together to and protect their British interests, Suez Canal, and the American later on oil and things. And then when you look at the support of Israel by the American, it did not really happen before right away when Israel was vulnerable and easy to be defeated. They didn't think it was a reliable agent or watchdog. It's worth it to alienate the Arab nation for this unreliable new state. But after 67 war, when Israel demonstrated how powerful they are and how efficient they are, and defeated 4 or 5 Arab armies, Americans start paying attention to this new thugs, the new kid on the block that is military reliable, that they can rely on. And then the weapons and money start pouring into Israel after 67. So it's not about the promised land. It's not about supporting the Jewish state. It's not about the Jewish lobby either here. They play a role, but I think it is the other way around. And I think the American imperial project using the Jewish vote and the Bush lobby in their advantage because it fit their strategy. It fit their strategy of supporting the new state, the new reliable state. It's a pariah state, it's a military state, it's a watchdog for the West's interest there, making sure defeating any national movement. But what's happening in the last 8 months, it really prove that banking on that Zionist state, it blew up in the West's face. Now Biden doesn't know what to do, cannot control the madness of the Zionists in Gaza, and the European confused, cannot make their own decisions. They have to wait for the American to take any initiative. But now things are breaking up. Spain, Ireland, a lot of other countries in Europe now starts recognizing Palestine as a state, standing for the Israelis' aggression and genocide, and following on the Israelis' bloody attack and bloody bombing of civilians that's been going on for over 8 months now. So that, my friend, the Egyptian friend, the Palestinian that you belittle them and you think that they are childish, they took some balloon and kidnap a few Israeli settler or what have you. Those are the ones did not just liberated the Arabs from this homeland since the Nakba, from this self-defeating idea has been fed to them in the last 50 years at least. It's all over. Now it's possible to stand against aggressor no matter how powerful they are. And not just liberating the Arabs mentality, but also liberating the whole world. I mean, when you look at the whole world and how this old narrative of the Zionist narrative that dominating the headline and think tank and universities and all of this, it has been challenged, it's been stopped, it's been criticized in public. And now you are here in America, probably for the first time. You can criticize Israel, you can criticize the Zionist bloodshed, you can criticize the Zionist idea and the whole idea of establishing a Jewish state in the middle of all of this bunch of European settlers coming from Europe and settled and stealing the land of the Palestinians. And people are now challenging that and talking about and liberated from this hegemony of the old narrative that's been used by the West and imperial thinking. Now all over the universities, people are protesting. The descendant of white settler here 300 years ago, so 400 years ago, are now protesting again the new white settlers to commit the same atrocity and genocide in Palestine. Enough is enough. And they are protesting, they are camping. So this is really changing a lot of things. I think it's liberating not just the Arab world, but also the world at large. Now start thinking, recognizing the suffering of the Palestinians that have been going on for almost 80 years, talking about the Zionist project failure and the atrocity committed in Gaza and also committed in West Bank and Golan and everywhere else. It's not about Hamas. It's not about even Gaza. It's about the Palestinians. The Palestinians, they are more Jewish than those white settlers who came 70, 80 years ago. The new settlers, they are committing the same crime that the old settler committed here in this country 400 years ago. So